Hello everyone and welcome to Nancy's Magic Touch and DIYs. Today I'm doing something a little different. I've never done this before, but there's a first time for everything, hey? So I'm doing a thrift store flip collab with 5 other awesome DIYers. So you want to make sure that you check their YouTube channel as well to have some wonderful DIYs and ideas for you guys to create of your own. So these people I am joining today with DIYs at the Schwowin's Nest, Moxie DIYs and Java, Make It With Mia, Jetter's Blessing, and Designed by D9. I'm going to put a picture up here so you can see their profile pictures and have their name, and make sure to go and check out their awesome ideas and DIYs. So in today's video, I'm going to do 3 thrift store items. These are simple DIYs, easy for anyone to make, and all of the DIYs for all the people in the collab today is going to be thrift store DIYs. So you don't want to miss this. You might have something laying around that is very similar to what we're doing today, and you can beautify it on your own. So without any further ado, guys, just grab a nice warm cup of tea and let's get started.
I found these 2 ceramic flower holder at my local thrift store, and I thought I would give them a fresh look. First thing I'm going to do is take some white chalk paint, spray paint in white linen, and I'm going to give it 2 good coats, allowing to dry in between. Now these are nice and dry and ready to go. So I am going to take my black wax by Bear and my wax brush, and I am going to apply that wax in the creases, as I want the crease to stand out and have more definition. Now I'm going to take a rag and wipe off on the surface, and as you can see, some of that black is remaining in the crease area of the piece. And you can repeat this step if you want the crease area to be darker, as I want it to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to do this one more time. But this time I'm going to let it set for a minute, and I'm going to move on and do the other one. I have let both of my pieces set for a minute, so it gives a chance for the wax to dry a little bit so it stays more in the crease. And now I'm just going to wipe it off. Wipe the surface off and bring as much white as I want. So the more white you want, the more you wipe off with the rag. Now I'm using a damp cloth and I'm wiping the areas that I want a lot brighter, just to get rid of more of the black wax in some areas. I just finished both of my pieces and I like the way they turned out. I love the definition. And now I just put some pretty little flower arrangements in them, and these are going in another house, so I didn't hang them on my wall, as somebody else would be beautifying their home with it. But I love the result in a nice farmhouse look, a nice rustic look that they have. I found this mirror at my local thrift store, It obviously needs some TLC, but I had a good idea for it, so I took it home. I'm sanding the whole piece with 120 grit sandpaper. I'm going to take some filler, and I don't have any wood filler on hand, so I'm going to use gyprock filler. It works as well. So I'm going to fill in all the space, the cracks that are like too wide open, and I am going to take time and fill all of those. Now the filler is nice and dry. I'm gonna go ahead and take my sandpaper and just sand that flush to the wood. Now I'm going to use a rag and get rid of all the dust. Now I'm going to take some painter's tape and tape all around the inside of the mirror area. Now I'm going to take my white linen chalk paint by Rust-Oleum, and I am going to give this a really good coat of paint. I gave it 2 coats of paint and allowed it to dry in between. And now I'm taking my sand block and I'm just going to go ahead and distress this mirror. So I am going to try to bring out some detail into the mirror. Now I'm going to take my vacuum cleaner and get rid of all this dust. There's a lot of dust. Now I'm taking a rag and giving this a really good wipe. Now I'm ready to remove all the tape. Now with a little scraper, I'm just scraping a little bit of paint that went in areas where I don't want it. So I'm just going to scrape it off. I've purchased 3 of these baskets, along with some little hanging support thing for the basket and some screws. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove all the suction cup. And of course I got to get rid of these tags. I have put 2 little brackets on each end of each basket along with the screws, and now I'm just going to screw that in place. Now I'm just going to take some black paint and I am going to paint the screws. And this is what the mirror looks like. You can use it for many different things. You can use it in the washroom and put some face cloths, soap, and etc. in it, or you can hang it on the wall with some flowers, decorative flowers, or you can use it for mitts, hats, glove. It's endless what you can put in these little baskets. I just put it up for now with some flower arrangements in it just to make this video, as I'm unsure where it's going to go yet. I found this little teapot at my local thrift store. I love this little teapot. I especially love the handle. It's broken, but that's okay. I have another idea for it. So the first thing I'm going to do is try to take this little handle out, which is fairly easy. Just unbend the wire, and I'm going to give the pot a fresh look. I'm taking an empty container and some baking soda, the little cow, the baking soda, along with some chalk paint that I have pre-made, and I'm going to mix the two together. This really depends on how thick. This gives you a feel of a plaster kind of thing, so you can make it thinner or thicker. That's up to you. I want to have a lot of detail on my teapot, so I'm going to gradually put some of this baking soda as need be. I'm going to try this solution first, just like a big full teaspoon with a little bit of paint, and see how it is. If it's not thick enough, I'm just going to add some more to my paint. And now I'm simply going to apply this all over the outside of my teapot. I'm going to let this dry completely and then reapply. And this is what it looks like with 2 coats. Now I'm taking my regular chalk paint and just painting all over, just to make sure I cover all the dark areas. Now I'm going to take my handle and fix this a bit. So all I'm going to do with this handle is I'm going to take some crafts rope, and I am going to cover the whole thing with the rope, applying with some hot glue. Now my teapot is nice and dry, and my handle is completed, so I am going to put everything back together. Now I'm just going to decorate it with some greeneries and flowers. I decided to add some yellow for a pop of color. I absolutely love this teapot. It's so universal. You can use it anywhere in your home, and it's timeless. It never gets old. It looks old, but it never gets old. So I'm loving this teapot, and I'm gonna use it for many years to come.
Well, that's it for this video today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to go and check out my other 5 DIYers collab today. I know they have awesome videos and ideas in store for you. So then again, their link is in the description down below. You don't want to miss it out. If you like my video, please give me the thumbs up. I'd love to hear all your comments down below. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, well, please do that. As well as all my other DIYers, I'm sure you're gonna like their video, give them thumbs up. They love to hear comments as well, and show your support and subscribe to them as well. Until next time, folks, have yourself a great day.